Welcome to Late Night Gaming. This is Poem. This is round 4 of the San Francisco Season 0 Planetary Qualifier. We've got Jackson L, who we saw in round 3 on Sabine Green, against Okes, also on Sabine Green ECL. Jackson plays a Alliance X-Wing 2-3 Rebel spaceship, and Okes follows that up with a Green Squadron A-Wing. Jackson considering the ping or the claim. Looks like we're just taking initiative. Neither player pings. Interesting decision. You give up tempo if you ping. Got a Fleet Lieutenant getting the 2-for-1 kill, so we're actually getting some wobble on our camera here for some reason. A little shaky. So a little 2-for-1 there. Cleans up the A-Wing. It's like we're on a shake table. A Sabine unit played. And we get another 2-for-1. Things snowballing here. Jackson looking good. If we're able to 2-for-1 in this matchup, we can really do some work. So just the Fleet Lieutenant to 2-for-1 with the X-Wing, and then the initiative to be able to attack into Sabine unit with the Fleet Lieutenant. It's just some devastating plays. But a Darksaber on Sabine could be a turning point. That is going to start pushing some major damage. So Jackson really doing some work now. Choosing to kill the K2SO with the buffed Sabine. So Jackson really playing as the control here. So both players really trying to make it into that top cut. They are both 3-0, I believe, at this stage to be at table 1. And we have the Poe really punishing that Darksaber. And it actually ECLs in for the kill. Poe Dameron, the equalizer, potentially. What a card Poe Dameron is. Just absolutely incredible. So we have a, I missed it. Was that an ECL wrecker into a K2SO for Jackson? think in the future I'll try to place my tripod on a second table or something every time they tap on the table or whatever. You get a little shaky. Definitely a work in progress to try to put out good content for you guys, but we do hope you're enjoying this. What's Poe gonna do here? Looks like a base. Going base? It would have been nice to have seen a 2 damage to kill that X-Wing. I believe he's able to hit space units too. Not 100% sure. I'm not the biggest Sabine guy in the whole world. Jackson with 3 in Palm math. Jackson is up 3-0. That's what the way I like to think of it. He's got 3 units on the board, and Okes has 0. For a cause probably not gonna help him turn the corner. Looks like a Fighters for Freedom gets instantly taken out by K2SO on the 2-for-1. Punished. I really like the play from Jackson. He's not mindlessly hitting the base. There is taking the 2-for-1s when he can. Really thinking through his lines here. Not making very many mistakes. And you can see the net result of that is domination, really. It's a good job there from Jackson in game 1. Fleet Lieutenant, just not going to be enough. We've got just lethal damage. And I'm going to give us a fast forward. They're going to be looking at deck lists and shuffling and talking and cutting decks and all that good stuff. All right. So here we go. We've got, let me back us up just a tiny bit. Looks like a ping here from Okes in game 2 to kick us off. And then what just happened? Did I miss something? Did we have a Sabine played and then Jackson missing his turn 1 play? Wow. Bad luck there for Jackson missing turn 1. It's not on stream, but Jackson and I played in round 7 to make it into the top cut. And I won't say who wins the best of 3, but I will say in one of our matches, Jackson did not draw a turn 1 play or a quality turn 2. So I will tell you without any spoilers. I guess it's not going to be on stream, but he was not able to win that match without that turn 1. So definitely an issue there. So it looks like a Sundari coming through on Okes' side. A little bit of glare on that. Sorry about that. And then a red 3 in space for Jackson. So far in Poem math, Okes up 2-1 with Jackson missing his turn 1 play. Definitely gonna be hard to come back from that in this type of race. Okes has a unit on there that's going to be able to push through an extra 3 damage per round. All right, Sabine attacking into Sabine, staying alive. The Dark Saber comes down. 5 health remaining on that Sabine leader. An aggressive strategy considering the Poe Dameron could be coming in next round. kind of like playing maybe my 4-cost unit and then trying to ECL Poe Dameron. If Okes had a 4-cost and a Poe, I maybe not even attack base there just for tempo. Doesn't look like that's what's going to happen though. We're going to do full deploys and everything, but that Darksaber really presenting a threat to Okes. Existential threat. Is Okes playing their own Darksaber? Unbelievable. Turning the tides of this game. Doing 7 to base, putting an experience on a Mandalorian. Unbelievable. 2 Mandalorians get an experience, and that's gotta do it. That's gotta be GG. What a play. Following with a medal ceremony. Absolutely incredible. Tremendous power. Wow. Okes. Darksaber into medal ceremony doing so much to advance the win con here. Right when I thought Okes had misstepped, I was sadly mistaken. Okes with a board advantage and a base damage advantage. Jackson with tempo. Can Jackson close it out in time? Jackson will be hitting the base for 8. We have ECL Poe. That is viable here. We can delete that Darksaber and we can kill that Sabine leader. Okay. So we're going to kill Sundari and we're going to delete the Darksaber. Then we're going to get rid of a second card. Are we going to hit the base? Yep. Maybe it's enough. Maybe it's enough. Does Okes have a Poe Dameron of their own? Do we have a Poe Dameron in hand to get rid of that Darksaber? Sabine currently hitting for 5. The Sabine unit. Sabine leader hitting for 4. 2 actions away from lethal for Okes. I cannot make out that card with the glare. ECL Poe, most likely. Sorry about the glare. It is Poe Dameron. There's a little glare spot right there on the bottom of that playmat. I'm going to see if I can give you guys a little bit more of a view here. I think we're cutting off. This is a little janky, but we're kind of cutting off that Sabine down there. I'm just going to expand us over just a wee bit. Okay, so Sabine with 2 damage and 2 experience, that unit down there. My apologies for cutting that being cut off there. And we're in the final stages of this game. ECL Poe for both players deletes Darksaber. And we're up to 21 there. I think, isn't that lethal? Don't we have a Sabine unit that does 5 to base? I mean, is my math correct? Isn't that it? Scoop them up. Let's go to game 3. Round 4. Let me get a little It's going to be a little janky. You guys are going to see my menu, but I just wanted you to be able to see everything that's going on. So we got mulligans here. Back us up. X-Wing coming in from Jackson, followed by that A-Wing. He's got the Fleet Lieutenant. I wonder if he's going to do that play that he did last time where he 2-for-1s that A-Wing. That was what Jackson did in game 1 that led to his victory. Yep, here it comes one more time. A great start for Jackson. Sundari coming down. Pings. Next round. These guys playing at a blazing pace. We're 16 minutes in. We're on game 3. Just boom, boom, boom. You got an overactive bladder, play Sabine. You'll get plenty of time for bathroom breaks. A wing leader on that Fleet Lieutenant. Definitely a threat to Okes. This Sundari is definitely a problem. Would like to just see it tacking into that Sundari. And Bright Hope putting up a wall in space. What a card for the mirror with 2 space units on board. That's going to create quite the dilemma for Jackson. Jackson attempting to recover with an attack to base for 3 damage. Pings. We're going to kill that Sundari. But that Bright Hope really stonewalling Jackson. Gonna shut down both of those units. It's gonna be hard to even kill that Bright Hope. We need to see that like an Adelphi or something in the late game. So Jackson drawing some more space units, resourcing them with that Bright Hope in play. ECL Poe, looks like. And what are we doing here? Got a nice clean kill on that Fleet Lieutenant. Maybe do 2 to base. Who knows? Who knows? Okes contemplating their decision on this Poe Dameron. But Poe Dameron has been ECL'd, presumably into... Oh, we're going into the Sabine leader. Interesting. Interesting decision point. Oh, changes his mind to the Fleet Lieutenant. Wise choice. 1 hits for 3, 1 hits for 5. And a Poe being played without ECL by Jackson. Wanting to save that ECL for Wrecker, it would appear as if. And a trade-in, interesting choice with the Wrecker that could have overwhelmed with only 1 health left on Poe Dameron. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, how much damage would that have been? I'm not a Wrecker expert, actually. I don't actually know how that interaction would have worked out or what Jackson was thinking. So I could have been mistaken there. Looks like Sabine being deployed there for 3 damage. Interesting. Still that Bright Hope stonewalling Jackson. Definitely that Wrecker's got Jackson's attention. How exactly is that going to be deployed here? ACL Wrecker is going to be the play. That is going to kill Sabine, and it looks like it is 2 overwhelm. The Bright Hope chipping away at Jackson's base. A little bit here and a little bit there is really starting to add up. Jackson really with no answer to that Bright Hope so far. And Okes with 6 money plays a Wrecker to kill Wrecker. Not what Jackson wants to see. Has to trade in his Poe to Wrecker. What's the 2 damage? Or what's the card discard for? Are we gonna do 2 to the Bright Hope? Okay. Would have liked to have seen that just a little sooner. If there was an option there. But a reset board with base damage advantage Okes. We're in top deck city. What can we draw? What kind of power can we generate? It looks like a Darksaber and a ship. So a little funky there for Jackson in his hand. Not what he wants to see. I think it's a heroic sacrifice and some other kind of event. Really kind of funky over there for Jackson. Maybe he's got a Cassian he can smuggle in or something like that. That could be good. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. Does either player run Ewing? Probably not. This game has gone a little later than you usually see in a Sabine game. We're in deep into the 7 resources turn. And the Cassian for Okes, a readied 3/5. I just don't see an answer for Jackson in his hand. What do we have to answer that Cassian? He's counting resources. Should have 5. Now we're correct. And his own Cassian. Okay, Cassian and Cassian. Not sure it's, you know, we're matching Cassians, but we have, okay, we have 4 in with the Cassian. We're just getting so close now. 3 there. A Sabine ping or a claim? Looks like a claim. And there's the Fleet Lieutenant. There is the Fleet Lieutenant for Okes in hand. That is going to do it, folks. You can see the Fleet Lieutenant, Okes, with lethal on board. Just like that. Fleet Lieutenant GG. A tremendous mirror match between Jackson and O'Kess in round 4 of the San Francisco Season 0 Planetary Qualifier. I want to thank both players for agreeing to play on stream. I want to thank Gamescape for hosting an amazing event. And stay tuned for round 5 action with a special guest commentary with Tower number 9.